So hi, and welcome to 2020 Continuous Doom. So I promise you, I have very much been actually trying to get a video up. Like, I have a list of video ideas. I have footage that has been shot and just needs to be edited, and I can't do any of it. My mental sanity is just... So, I don't want to ever be like the Ace family. That's real though. What I mean is that I don't want to ever be like the YouTuber that is like, I'm literally on fire! Clickbait. Because that's so stupid. So I was like, is doing a vlog today stupid? Probably. But here's the thing. This is just actually my existence. And Oregon's on fire. Just like California and Washington and all the other surrounding areas. So for those of you that are unaware, because you might live in other countries, you might, have a government that cares about you, this is currently the map that I am checking every few hours. Because as you can see, Oregon and I think other areas too have created like different levels. So level 1 or the green area is, hey, you should be packing and like ready to have to evacuate. Level 2 is like, you need to be ready to go to have to evacuate. Level 3, as you can see over here, is like, you need to be out. So this is Oregon. And for those of you that did not know, I live in Portland, which is right here. I would like to make it clear that while I am mentally just so done, I'm just an empty shell at this point. I know like a girl that I do some work for, her family's home, like in South, like in a different area of Oregon, is literally gone. It just burned, done. There are so many people in significantly worse situations than me, and I just want to preface this entire thing with that, is that like my concern because of where we live, like it would take a lot for where I live in the middle of the city to actually have fear of like my home being on fire or like that level of property damage. What I am more concerned about is like the smoke is so bad that we literally have to evacuate, because right now, again, according to this map, just very, very close south of us, they're already having to prepare. And we are technically under a state of emergency. When are we not? So what I'm getting at here is I am so sorry. And my heart very much goes out to every single person who is like, because the thing is, as I'm saying, like this is happening in California and like what, like this is happening Denver, like so many other places as well. And I'm just like, how do literally none of you understand science in our government? What? Literally looking outside right now, it is so hazy. I had to go to the doctor this morning, and I live less than half a mile away from my doctor, and I drove myself there because the smoke is so gross. And it's not even like as bad where I live as it is, that's what I mean. Like I have friends in Vancouver, Washington, just north of us, and it is so much worse there. Like this is a picture my friend sent to me because he was driving to a job just south of us, and he was like, I'm literally not going here. He turned around and he told his boss, like, I'm not going there. I'm not going to a place that looks like actual hell. And I'm like, yeah, no one pays you enough for that. I am not necessarily super concerned for ourselves yet, but I am very concerned for like, even in Oregon City, one of my friends, her boyfriend has been living there. I mean, like I had friends who, they had to go back to Detroit. They used to live here and they had to go back to Detroit for other reasons. So they've already been gone, but I'm like, they used to live in like right near Oregon City. Like they would literally have to be ready to, like, you had to be, you're level 2, you're yellow. You have to be ready to go at this point. And I'm not even saying anything real. So I'm gonna stop just sputtering. So we are not technically in an area on the map that needs to be even preparing to evacuate per se. And also in good news, this morning I did see an update because I'm on all the alerts. If you're ever in a situation like this, kids, get on the alerts. That's what your phones are for. So I saw on Twitter, like from the firefighters, that's the other thing too. Bless you firefighters. I doubt any of you care or watch me or anything, but just, I want you to all to know. Like I had a friend that did firefighting literally out here more in Washington, but like just a couple years ago she was doing this, and I was like, dude, like, it's wild. I just cannot imagine. I appreciate it so much. I wish you were all paid more. I would rather be prepared for things, and I feel like if it's something that takes me half an hour to an hour maybe to kind of get prepared, not only does it make me feel better because I'm like, okay, mentally I had kind of wrapped my head around this, but I'm just like, worst case scenario, I don't need it. That's best case scenario is I don't need it, and I've just lost like 30 minutes of my life. At least like last night, the line on the map has not increased anymore. Like this is what it looked like last night. So nothing has changed, and they put out an alert saying that they have been able to keep a little bit more of control of things. I don't, at this point anyway, think it's necessary, but I always think it's good to be prepared. Like I literally, one of my friends, she full on just flew out. She was just gone. She's done. And I was like, that's also a way to do this. And you know, if that's better for your mental health or your anxiety levels, or you feel better about that, do it, my friends. But where we're at and what we're gonna do in today's vlog is just kind of experience my life right now. Like I was going to shoot a video today because I just feel like I haven't gotten one up in a while and needed to, and was like, I don't even want to film in this because like there's a weird discoloration and haze to everything. And also that's what I'm saying, my brain, I can't. So instead I'm here to show you our taped door. Yeah, Ira did some labor on this. I also put a bunch of towels down. Like this door, it's just not the greatest insulation. You can see actually where a little piece has fallen off that we have not put back on. But again, if you're ever in a situation that helps, I fully was like, when this started, because yesterday the smoke was so, it's still awful today. The hallway, it is literally hazy in our building hallway. And as soon as you open the door, it is like smoke, and you are aware. And again, I'm like, I have it better than most people. Like that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm just saying, at least I have a house. Like if you were homeless right now, like it is so disgusting outside. I'm just saying, what would you eat? Like, so again, I'm not trying to complain because this definitely could be much worse. But the smoke was like very apparent, and I just feel bad, A, for ourselves, but also like for my animals and stuff. You on your little princess pillow over here. So I definitely pulled a full-on like smoking in your parents' home towels on the door, which helped a lot. And then Ira fortunately came through and taped everything off, which really helped. Like we taped it up here and stuff. And I'm just saying, if you're ever, you know, fun facts, this helps. Don't do illegal drugs, kids. I literally woke up this morning. You don't wake up anymore to sunrise. You just wake up to this weird, awful yellow haze that is outside. And then it's just super dark and awful. Like it is not even noon right now. It is 11:30 and it is so dark in here. Anyway, hello cat. Yeah. I'm glad you're at least, no one has noticed any impending doom, so we're all comfortable. It's cool. We've been, I don't know if this is doing literally anything, but for especially our little animals, we have this baby tiny humidifier going, just like, we tried. Largely this is to just make myself feel better and like a just in case, and at least I feel like I'm able to control some sense of something. Is I did what Ira referred to as a 6-year-old's job of packing, where I kind of got a duffel bag out and put some pants and like pajama, like I started just kind of putting some stuff in there as I was putting laundry away. I made sure to get like bags of dog and like cat food, and I have to get, let's just do it right now. In my closet here, in the floor box, I have one of these. This is very convenient. You can get these, I got some TJ Maxx, you can get it on like Amazon or whatever. You can fill this with water, and then what you do is you flip this up. I can't do this one-handed. Oh my God. But you flip this up like this, and then you can squeeze the water out and it goes in here. So it's kind of like a little portable. I mean, you could just bring a bowl, but this is convenient. I'm putting it in here. Sue me. Anyways, just making sure I have like those kinds of things. I also do, I have these just, I don't know, I know this is extra, but come at me. Anyway, so I always have some of these just gallons of water that we don't drink, like just in case of an emergency. So I put those in here. Like I made sure yesterday that I had gas and went and got that. And I'm trying to like make sure basically it's always over like 3/4 a tank. Like right now it's completely full, we're good. But I'm just saying I would like to be in a point where even before they're telling me that I should start packing, I'm like, I'm good. I'm already ready to go. So again, if I was a little bit more concerned about actual fire damage, I probably like things that are sentimental, which I at least mentally know where they are, and depending on, hopefully the time won't come, but if it does come, I at least have everything in a box already in my storage unit downstairs. That's kind of all my sentimental items that I could just like chuck in the car. But I did make sure to get all, I'm not going to show you obviously, but like I got all of my important documents together so they're in a folder and I could just like whip them out and I can have them. So like if you need your passport, your like birth certificate, just stuff that's like a pain. If something did happen to it, like first of all, you probably just want it, and I don't want to have to replace that crap. So I have that, and then also in here, I went to Trader Joe's earlier. Pre-pandemic, I was like paying attention to the news and like, I'm like on Twitter too much, looking at stuff, and was like, I'm so grateful to live in the place that I live in. But some people here are so stupid. Before there were any COVID cases in the States, or at least that anyone was aware of, I was seeing all this stuff happening in other countries and was like, the way Americans respond to stuff makes literally no sense. Like, again, not everybody, but a large portion of idiots respond in such dumb ways. And I know I'm kind of like part of the problem by doing this, but I was like, I don't want to deal with it. And I realized that I'm at a point of privilege that I can say that and be like, nope, I'm solving this issue before it's even a thing. Before there are any cases here, I kind of saw this happening and I was like, I'm going to Trader Joe's and I am just buying out their freezer section. I am buying everything. So obviously I did not like hoard, but I got an appropriate amount for 2 people in an apartment to last like a month if need be. But I stand by my decision because within a week of me doing that, the literal Trader Joe's, and most across like the entire country, but the Trader Joe's that I am talking about was just wiped. Like the whole freezer section, there's all those pictures of like empty freezers and stuff, and I was just, again, I'm not trying to like be the hoarder. Like I didn't just buy out toilet paper and try to sell hand sanitizer, but I was just like, no, I know this is how you're gonna respond and I'm just not willing to deal with it. But like, you know, I mean, that's the thing is though, is like there's so many people, like my friends, I have friends that live in New York. Even if you could buy crap like that, like even if you have, you know, you have the money or you have a credit card that you know you can pay off and stuff that you can buy and like stock up on stuff, I'm like, where would you put it? You all live in closet side, like literally, like one of my friends who lives in New York, she just went and moved and like temporarily moved and stayed with her parents in New Jersey. Cause I'm like, yeah, where would you even keep stuff? Anyway, my point with this is that worst case, I was like, if we need to kind of like get in the car and go, it's like, you have no idea how far that you might have to drive before you find somewhere that you can stay, somewhere that you could afford, somewhere that takes pets. Like, I'm just saying there's lots of things. And I have pulled a straight through trip from Michigan to Portland where we did not, like we stopped for the bathroom and Chipotle and a Taco Bell, and that was it. I have done that drive. I don't want to do it again though. So what I'm getting at is I'm just like, you don't know how long you're gonna be in the car, so I feel like just having things like water and snacks that are not perishable is a good idea. So I got us some chips. If you're just living your regular life, these chips are delicious. Highly recommend. I got some nuts, so we got some trail mix. A bunch of mangoes to try and like pretend like we're human beings that eat fresh food. These protein cookies, and just like some Fig Newtons, granola bars galore, some applesauce, just like stuff that you can eat in the car that doesn't require like silverware or anything. And obviously, like, you know, if you can get to a safe area, you could go to a store, you could go to restaurants, you could pick stuff up, but it's also like there's a pandemic going on. Like, getting gas is like not a good time, and like I'm like, you can't even, I don't know, there's too many layers. So I just made sure we had what I felt like we needed, okay? Along with that, I did get a couple other things. Oh, sorry about that light. Because I was telling Ira this morning, is I felt like with the pandemic, I was like, okay, I want stuff that I can like let be in my freezer for a while, or like pantry stuff that I know won't go bad, and like you can kind of extend the life of things. This time I was like, okay, if we have to evacuate, which is a potential, if you're evacuating an area and there's fires, like they're gonna cut your power probably. So I was like, I don't want to, I did like the opposite is what I'm getting at, is I was like, I don't want to fill up our freezer. Like I'm actually trying to kind of like, I think we're gonna eat, there's not very much in here, like this could be gone in seconds. you know, green beans, spinach. There's some like mochi balls, rice balls back here, bread. Like, you know, this is all stuff that we could do damage to. These are just tofus and stuff. Like, we can get rid of this. What I'm saying is that I wouldn't want to like fill up the freezer with all this stuff, because like, what are you know what I mean? Like, how much food are you going to take with you? It causes other issues. Same thing with our fridge, and our fridge is really full right now because we just went to Costco. But I mean, we also need to eat and like be human beings. But I was trying to buy things that I was like, okay, we have enough food for a couple days, but we don't have a ton past that. So like, because we should know, hopefully, it's supposed to rain on Tuesday. Is really what I'm hoping for. I'm like, this is the Pacific Northwest. You have one job and it's to rain. It's just like the wind, there's been so much wind recently, and I was like, I mean, I obviously, like, it's been said so factually, but when I was just like kind of talking about it with Ira, I was like, I mean, that wind screws so much stuff over, because it's like, obviously you have fires happening, but I'm like, firefighters can't even get to it if there's all that wind going, like, so I have over here kind of like last packing-esque item next to all my fall things is I was trying to write, this is not obviously like complete, but I was trying to write a list of stuff that I would need to grab. Right now, I'm trying to just basically mentally get a grasp on, again, where things are, know where they're located, so that if I had to move quickly, I could. So I have a list of like, you know, because I think it's easy to forget, like, oh, your laptop. Like, if you're like, I don't know, it's just like, it's hard to know even how you would react in an emergency situation. Like, some people, like, you think you're gonna be great, and then something happens and your brain's just blank. Like, there's just literally nothing in there. So I'm like, that happens to me a lot. Like, kind of going through my list of like, I have some friends here that I'm like, I know you're already planning, like, you're gonna be okay, and like, you have family, like, you would probably work stuff out with them, but like, I don't know, like, some of my really good friends here, I'm like, you're from other states like myself, and like, I fortunately have like Ira and like my sister and Dante and stuff here, but I'm like, I don't know if you didn't, like, it might just be you, or just you and your partner or someone. I don't know. I'm like just trying to make sure everybody, so I was like texting everybody and was like, hey, I'm just like putting this out here now, like, I will get a spot in my car for you. I have a big roomy, I know it's a little compact, but it has a roomy back seat. I've had some big long-legged men and women back there who have noted how much space there is. Subarus, that Subaru legacy has got room. Anyway, but one other thing that I thought of, I don't know, again, just like, maybe you care, maybe you don't, whatever. So I do have renter's insurance, because it honestly, it makes, like, if you get it bundled with your car insurance, a lot of the time it actually like makes your car insurance cheaper. So you're like, this is costing me less to have more. It's a great deal. So I do have renter's insurance, and I was looking into that, like, I don't know, I was looking into stuff, and point is that if, again, you are ever in a situation, it's important to go around and like basically video your entire home, so that you have like, this is what my house looked like on this date, like, this is all the stuff, like, if you have plants, like, I don't know, because it's just like, don't trust insurance is what I'm getting at here. So again, just like making sure that you're opening up like your closets, like you are showing every single thing, and like, not, you know, obviously don't like don't wait too long because you're taking a video of stuff, but that's what I mean, is like, if you are seriously concerned that this might be like a thing that's happening, I would do that first, so that you're not having to like, that's what I mean, it's just like getting stuff done beforehand, so you're not actually stressed if you do need to be in a situation where you need to be like moving. All right, anyway, I'm making myself some coffee because I have successfully now walked that beast over there somewhere. I have a meeting in 15 minutes. I also have a lot of text messages I need to get to. Anyway. My kitties are okay. They could be worse. The doctor said I'm not in any immediate impending threats. He was like, there's probably not an emergency. And I think I laughed and was like, oh good, so the smoke should get me first. Have you ever been a pterodactyl? Because I have. So whatever, I have a meeting in 15 minutes. I need to just focus on some work. I feel good. It's fine. It's fine. Do my eyes sting from walking my dog just now? Yes. Do I have a mild headache? Yes. I'm gonna prep for this meeting. I'm getting an intern. Oh, this makes me sound much fancier than I am. So I'm gonna finish this up and then I think we're gonna do some comforting activity. How was the smoke?
Smoky.
My work is done, but my head hurts. Does your head hurt?
A little bit. Smoky.
So I got stuff to make marinara sauce because marinara sauce always makes the whole house smell good. And I was like, maybe that would help. So I'm gonna go make some pizza for some comfort food and marinara sauce for some comfort smells.
Start thinking, all the details start to sink in. But I don't care about the right now. Spend the summer in this beach house. 'Cause I was trying to play my part. My lines memorized.
All right, that smells lovely. I got some sauce. I made it a little creamy. I got some nice little veggie meatballs that you can't really see, but I promise you they're there. And for Ira, some meatballs, which are a little deformed because I baked them first, but like, leave me alone. They taste good. Or at least I hear. Finally, in here, we have a pizza. Guys, if you need to stress eat right now, man, don't let anyone shame you for that. It's fine. We've convinced Thor that these old dog vitamins, like, not actually old vitamins, like old dog.
Normal age. Normal age vitamins for older dogs. That's what we're getting at.
He's convinced they're treats.
You want a treat?
Are you a special boy?
Do you want a old dog treat?
Oh.
Good boy.
I also think the air conditioning helps. We are very fortunate to have air conditioning.
Yeah, we most definitely are.
Because Aaron does not have it. I have a couple friends that don't have it, and it's just like, you can't like open your windows because you suffocate, and you can't keep them closed because you melt.
Yeah. Luckily, it's only 80-some degree, 82 today, instead of the usual 90-something.
Look, now I gotta go wash my hands. Are you impressed?
Very into it.
He thought they were cucumbers. Well, it's that time. How's it going? Are you winning?
No.
Doesn't look like it, Toronto. In good news, map has not changed since I checked it last night, which I feel like is a good thing. You know, it's Friday evening where you can't go outside for numerous reasons. I'm gonna do a little anti-aging face mask, because what else would you do during this time? I think before that though, what I'm gonna do is clean my tub, because then I can take a bath. I do not have any desire, like baths, I love baths. I'm like from a household, I get like not every household Not every culture is into this. But I'm not against human soup. I want it to be like clean upon entering, so it's at least just like me, and then I properly wash myself off after. So this is me and my relationship with baths. Anyway. I've been rewatching Desperate Housewives in the background, much to Ira's disdain. And like I watched it probably 2012 or something and very much enjoyed it. Like it's crap, you know what I mean? But like there's good crap. And I'm just at a point, and I was trying to explain this to Ira, that like I kind of just need like mindless junk playing in the background. Like I can't have anything bad happening. Like I've been actually very much enjoying, although I don't know, I've been really enjoying, and also had like a couple points where I'm like about Lovecraft Country, and it's like this is fantasy, but there's still things that I'm like, this is too real. Like this was based off of real things. It's too real. I can't handle this right now. Unlike Desperate Housewives, which is just a bunch of junk. Unlike Desperate Housewives, which is just a bunch of, you know. And you know what? I feel like it says something about me as a human, because the first time around that I watched this, I was just like, yeah, this is just like ridiculous drama, good time. And now I'm like, yeah, this is a ridiculous drama, good time. I'm enjoying playing it in the background, but I'm like, this is also horrible. Like, if any of you have recently rewatched this, like some of the storylines and the stuff of these characters, I'm like, this is awful. Well, at least my skin is clean. Today has been just a little casual vlog that I hope you've enjoyed. Yeah, I'm tired, people. Whenever I feel that way or think that or like verbalize that, I'm like, you know what though? There's a lot of other people that I feel like are a lot more tired than me. And that is not to invalidate my own feelings or emotions, but just that for me it is helpful, because like, I don't know, it's like, yeah, stuff sucks, but like what am I gonna do about it? Like, I don't know, it's like there's so many things that you can control that I feel like it's important to just focus on those. Once you kind of establish that, it's like, okay, you have to stop. Like there's no, for me, again, I'm only speaking about myself. If you process things differently, great. I just feel like these are the things that I can control. Once I've done them, that's it, that's done. And I realize that I fully use coping mechanisms such as watching crappy shows to fill the endless silence that is me thinking about things too hard. But I'm just saying, like once I've thought about it once I've like figured out as much as I can, it's like it doesn't help me to continue to think about stuff. So if I gotta silence that, I'm gonna silence that with Desperate Housewives. That's where we're at today. So any of you going through anything, whatever that is, I just want you to know that it's going to be okay, because you're gonna do the things that you can control, and beyond that, it's not in your hands. And sometimes stuff happens and you look back and you're like, well, because of this awful thing, this led to me doing a good thing, or a good thing happening, or something. And honestly, like, I fully will be the first to admit that I say these things to comfort myself, but that's okay. That's okay. Just do it, kids, it's fine. So yeah, I don't know. That's where I'm at, but I, again, am just grateful that I have a very wonderful partner, I have wonderful family, I have wonderful friends. The dog and cat, they're cool, that I'm going to focus on, and it's all going to be fine. And if it's not, well then, what you gonna do about it, you know? So, yeah, I should never be a life coach. Anyway, I'm aggressively rubbing this into my skin, so I'm gonna stop. Go do something relaxing, whether that's a face mask in the tub while you watch awful television with some wine, or, you know, just eating chips. Either way, I'm here for it. Also, remember to only focus on the things that you can control. The rest is out of it, so why focus? And have a nice day. Bye. Thank you for watching.